Today, you decide how it's going to be. Do we play Blitz or Rapid? There is a poll in the chat, and I will play the leading option. All right, let's start. Welcome. Okay, it seems that Rapid is leading. There's only 2 votes, but let's start with Rapid, and then we can change the time control if Blitz is taking the lead. Let's play e4. Aha, Karokan defense. Let's play Tal variation. It's interesting one. This is theory line. This pawn cannot be taken. It's too dangerous, but after c5, it's an option. Okay. Let me think. Maybe c4 immediately. I think. Yeah. Okay, let's play c4. If knight jumps here. Okay, and now we can play knight e2. The idea is to play knight g3 if should be careful. Should we take this in account? I'm not sure, but okay. Let's castle. If knight jumps here, we have knight g3, and then if he takes this one, then we take with f pawn, and this is very good for white because f file and the king is stuck in the center. So we can play this way, and usually it's a good idea to take here because this gives a long-term advantage for white, positional advantage. There's no good place for the king. I can just develop my knight here, and then I try to use this weakness as well and open up the center when I'm ready. I think I can even take here, but let's play this first. If he takes, we can take with the knight, and king cannot castle. f7 is too weak. There's no chance to play f6 because e-file, and this gives good prospects for white. Okay, and now I try to open up the c-file. So let's put queen here. There is no chance to play c5 because it makes black's king position too weak. I can even take here if something like rook f8 happens, and after c takes b d5 I have check, and then something like maybe even knight h7 or just rook here. It leads very good position for white. Okay, queen b6 stops my idea, but I think I can still make this exchange, but I don't have to hurry. I guess. Maybe just okay. Maybe rook f1, or can I? Yeah, that might be the best practical choice. There's no chance that this will happen. I think I can just take and put d6. Then it's too dangerous for black. Maybe rook c8, but then oops, maybe even taking here and taking here. Okay, what is this? This is something. Okay, maybe it's playable. Let's play rook b1. The idea is to play a4 and if a5 then b4. Okay, this weakens black's position. I can take here for sure, but let's see. Knight will jump here, so maybe f3 is needed. Is there e5? I don't think so. I think I can just play c5. So f3 looks very promising. Then I have rook e1, for example. Maybe even rook e1 immediately, but I don't want to let this happen. So that's why c5. If he takes here, I'm not going to take this one. I give a check and then queen will drop. So e5 is not an option. And I think this will lead very strong play because there's no chance to defend this pawn. Maybe he can play e5, c5, and queen c7. And then if I take, but okay, e6 looks very strong. This knight is dominating king side, and there is no way to create counterplay on king side. So this looks very good for white. Okay, that might be a good choice because now he has rook e8. But I think I can double my rooks here. Just rook e1, rook e5. Or should I play c5 first? It's not so easy because I don't want to close lines, but actually, okay, maybe b5. But I don't want to let this happen. I think he can take here and play knight d5. It might get tricky. But okay, maybe I can start with queen e6, a3, and then queen here. And then this is hanging, so... And what then? Okay, maybe it's not the best, because then he can trade queens. Somehow I would like to play c5 to take full control, but I think this should be good enough. And then I can decide, do I play this or not? If I play c5, I have chance to open up the b file, and there's no e5 counterplay. So let's do this. And now I think I should put my rook here, because then it's very hard to defend. Maybe this e6 will fall, maybe even this idea. But okay, he has rook e7, I have rook e1, here, and there's no way to defend this one. So probably this is just winning. Okay, let's see. Now I think I can put more pressure. This is already threat because there's no way to defend e6. But okay, my queen is in between, so maybe I have to take with the knight and play knight f4. But in any case, I think this is winning. Maybe queen here. But then I have queen f4. It's covering this and gives some extra chances. to create attack, I guess. Or maybe just g6 and king here. Because, oh, what is this? Okay, let's take it. I can't see the point. Maybe knight here is the point, but then I have queen f7. Okay, why I can't take here? If rook takes, I will take. He will take. Aha, okay. Oh, but this is hanging, so I can play queen f7, check, knight here, and then I will take this one. Okay. Should I take this with the knight? That might be even the best one, because there's knight f8, and this will drop, and that as well. And it prevents f8 ideas. Okay, maybe even rook here, but then I take this one, check, and there is no checkmate. I can checkmate first. Okay, and now just knight f8, because then here and here. Okay, I think it was quite good game. Let's see. Now we have some blitz options as well. So there is a ball in the chat, and I will play the leading option, but it seems that Rapid is still leading. We have 10 votes at the moment. Let's see, I will analyze the key moments. Okay, as we can see, I had 97.3 according to the computer. Hello, good morning, welcome. I think it's not so easy to say where black went wrong. Of course, c5 is the main idea, and the theory goes this way. If queen takes here, this is not the best idea. Rook d1 is, and if queen takes here, we can sacrifice all those pawns, because this is a very dangerous, and if b6 we can even, oh, there's no checkmate immediately because knight can go here. But if queen takes here, we have something like this. Queen retreats, we can take here and castle. I think I have seen this position somewhere. Maybe it's in my analysis or somewhere, but now it's very hard to defend against all those threats. And that's why white has clearly better game here. Anyway, he played knight e7, and this might be too passive. According to the computer, knight f3 is better, but I think knight e2 is much easier to play. Okay, I played c4 first. Aha, somehow this is possible. And okay, what is wrong with this? Maybe nothing, but now there's probably some tactical reasons why this somehow works. The only move, of course, and then something like knight e2. Okay, knight b4. Okay, there are some tricks. So have to start with knight e2. This is more human than knight f3. Okay, he played this one. It's very logical, but now I can play this one, and white has clearly better game. Knight f5. And as we see, knight g3 is the best option according to the computer. And now we can take here. Again, maybe rook c1 is the best, or maybe something like a4. But this is much easier to play and it gives clear advantage. So I think this is much better from human perspective than other moves, because now this structure is clearly better for white, and that is the reason why we can play. Okay, maybe here it was already good time to take here, but I wasn't sure about rook c8. For example, okay, maybe I can play this way and double the rooks here. And if rook goes here, I can take here and knight h7 maybe. Okay, what is there something wrong with this? Maybe rook goes here, okay. Maybe knight f3, it covers d4, and then my queen can attack to h5. And if rook goes here, I mean on g8, then maybe queen h7 and knight g5, and then this pawn might promote and so on. So many plans for white, and this is of course a weak choice because there is no knight e4. But if knight e4 is an option, then this might be good for black. So there's it's good idea to keep this pawn on f2 and not to play f4. c5 is actually the best, and now we can just put our pieces here, and rest is easy. Okay, let's play more. Let's see which option is leading. Now we have 12 notes, so rapid is leading. I will play another rapid. Let's play d4 this time. Queen's Gambit. Okay, let's take here. Now we will have Karspad structure. Bishop d3 or queen c2. One of those main ideas is knight e2, castling f3 and e4. We try to play that idea here. e5 is an option for black, and this is also an option, of course. I think f3 is already a choice. Then e4 maybe. Maybe I can also play rook d1 or rook e1. This bishop might get here if something like knight e6, and if black tries to somehow trade these bishops, but I think it's not possible at the moment. There's at least one threat here, so I have to be careful not to lose this h7. But after h6, then there's weaknesses, and it's not so easy to play with this knight. Oh, Blitz is going to get quite close. Now we have 16 votes and 44% against 56. Okay, black is thinking. This is a very, I think, normal position, but okay, of course. Maybe he doesn't remember exact lines and tries to trade, try to think what to do. Maybe I will play here because I don't want to trade pieces. I have more space, so why not to play something like bishop here and e4? I think it's a better option actually than bishop f2 now, because this knight looks oh, maybe bishop g5, but this knight move looks quite weird to me. Now I think I might be ready for e4, but black can take here and play knight g4. So maybe just king h1. It's a very practical move. If knight jumps here, then we have bishop f2. If bishop goes here, maybe bishop h4. And if bishop goes back, then we can do something else. Okay, there's some pressure, but we can put rook d1. Very standard play. And then e4 might be already an option. Okay, if he takes, now there's some pinning ideas, but maybe we start with bishop g1. I mean bishop f2, bishop g1 if needed. Okay, or should I go for this immediately? I'm not sure, because he can even take here. So let's be practical again. I think white is better. It's not so easy to create play. c5. Okay, maybe if it's working, then c5 is the move here, but okay. Now I think I'm ready for e4, but I can still prepare not to let this happen, because then there's checkmate threat and the trading idea. So now e4, e5 is coming, and I can't see what is the plan for black here. Okay, b6 with the idea of getting bishop here, but now we are ready for e4. And then these pawns are rolling. Now f-file might be very dangerous for black, because e5, then we have bishop h2, h7. If king goes here, this will drop. If king goes here, I can even put my queen here in some lines, but maybe it's unnecessary. Maybe just bishop g6. Okay, I can see why not to play e5. Okay, let's do that. This will be the next move. Or maybe I can even take here, because this bishop is then closed, and then okay, but then maybe black has some time to rearrange pieces, but if I play bishop h7, king here, maybe this is an option actually. Oh, I can just take here, can I? And then bishop here, queen here, king here. At least this drops and there's immediately queen g8. So I think I can sack the rook here. Queen here, king here. Maybe even this one, but actually maybe not, because it gives some extra options for black. Do I have anything better? Usually it's a good idea to think, but this looks very strong. I have then I have knight and pawn for rook and very strong attack. I think something like bishop somewhere is needed, and then I have at least this or rook f1. So let's go. Even bishop here, but okay, he has to move this somewhere. But where? This will be the next, and he has to put something on f6, and I can just move my queen and take here. I think this is winning. Now it's 50-50. We have 20 votes. Okay, he didn't see this one. Okay. Okay, let's analyze this game, and then the next vote will be decisive for the next game, maybe. 92.1, so quite a good quality here. Bishop f2. Oh, bishop f2 is better according to the computer, but it plays similar ideas than what I did. And now, okay, b4 was already a good choice. c5 is something now. Okay, I should go for this, but maybe it's too complicated. Okay, maybe not, because now this knight is a problem, because I can shut down this diagonal, and h3 actually is going to get this knight, and so on. So okay, I can take here. Is it better? Okay, maybe not, but this is brilliant. And now it's checkmate in one move, but wherever this bishop goes, I have at least rook f1, and then maybe even here, and take here, and queen g7. This was my plan. If knight takes, this will drop, so maybe pawn, and then something. This is quite a nice position for white. Okay. Let's see, new game, how it's going to be. It's 50-50 again. We have 22 votes. So the next vote will be decisive. Should we play Blitz or Rabbit? Okay, we are not having any new votes, so let's change to Blitz, because we have played some Rabbit games, and now one Blitz at least. Let's see what is the next game. Is it Rabbit or Blitz? Okay, we have Knight of Sicilian, and interesting variation. Queen c7 actually is the move. Okay, now we have h6 or maybe e6. And then b5 maybe. I think he can't sacrifice here. Very active play. Do I have d5 now? Okay, I have to play quickly. Yeah, I think d5. Oh, he can take here if I take with the knight, so that's not an option. Okay, let's play bishop e7. Oh, he plays very quickly. Okay, let's castle. I think d5 is probably needed soon. I think he can't play g5 immediately if I play d5, or can he? I will take twice on e4. Okay, I have to move now. The idea was to play knight e4. Let's see. Can I do it? Okay, he took there. I don't have this one because he has rook c3. Okay. This might be a problem. Okay, I have to trade these bishops. Let's see. He plays very quickly. Okay, of course, in Blitz, it's a good idea. And okay, his position is also better, I guess, because he's pawn up. Very strong pieces. But let's see. At least now. Okay, what is the plan? Okay, he plays very, very strong way. And I'm in time trouble already. Okay, maybe this one. I think I'm going to lose with time and play. Okay, what is this? Maybe h5. Ouch. There's knight f5. Okay, game over. Okay, let's try this one. My rook is dropping actually, or just checkmate. He played very, very well. Okay. Again, it's 50-50. But let's see what happened in this game. Okay, I can play e5. I didn't remember. Of course, e5. Why not? It's the main idea here, but somehow... Okay. I couldn't remember. This is much more active, and black doesn't... white doesn't have similar pawn storm that he had. Maybe this is playable, but it's very tricky, and again, easily can get out of hand. And queen c4 is an option here. I thought that I have some chances here, but d5 wasn't the best, of course. I just lose. I'm going to lose one pawn without compensation, and that's why I should do something else. But okay, queen c4, queen e1, and what then? Maybe b4. Okay, this is the way. And okay, queen c7, and now it's not so easy to take here, I guess. E4 is hanging as well. Okay, something like this. But what I did was clearly wrong, and I think he played very well. Very practical way, and very well. Many good decisions. Actually, here I thought that maybe I can survive, but knight f5 is too strong. Have to do something like h6, but of course now he has many good ideas like this. This is so powerful knight, and my king is weak. And okay, that was it. Let's see what is the. Okay, he had 88.4. Quite good. Okay, now we have 54% for rapid. So let's play rapid. Maybe it's better for these stream games, because then I can explain more and I don't have some time trouble. And let's play Italian. Our opponent is quite strong. FIDE master, and he has 2,500. H3, okay. Black can do this kind of things when white plays D3, because D4 is not going to happen soon. But I will play useful moves, because I can retreat with the bishop if needed, and of course I can castle here. But then there's G5 ideas, and that might be something. So let's play knight c3 to stop G5 ideas. Okay, and now we can just castle. If h3, then bishop is not going to get g4, but in those lines, g5, g4 is something. Maybe it's even good for black. Let's play this natural move. Okay, now I can take here, but then knight d4 is the idea for black. Maybe I will start with h3, and then g4 might be the next move. Okay, he can sacrifice here, and maybe it's not working yet, but if I take here first and then knight e2, if he takes and plays knight h5, I have this one, queen here. Okay, f3 is hanging then, so maybe I can't do that. But what else? Maybe knight d5 or king h2, king h1. That I can play rook g1. Okay, I have to keep this bishop here. When knight lands here, I can take it, and then he can't use that diagonal. I mean this square. Okay, let's play king h1. And now I think I can play g4 if g5 happens, or maybe in any case. Rook g1 might be an option as well to play g4. For example, if queen d7 happens, then okay, then knight d5 might be the best. Then I have c3, and then there is no knight d4. But have to be careful. This is quite tricky position. Yes, 2400 might be low to me, but let's see. If I play these games more, maybe I can get my rating up. I haven't played too much rabbit games. Okay, now we have to take, I think so. So no need to think here. And then, okay, we can take, so okay, should I do this first? And if queen f6, then we have g4. Okay, let's play knight d5. I think he can't take this one, because then I will take b7, and it's a good idea to activate the rook. If he plays c6, I have at least bishop a2. Maybe it's not good idea. Yeah, if I play bishop c4, he has b5, and then he can take this one. But now if he takes, I can play g4 in between, and then take here, and then take b7. And maybe my position is better than his, I guess. I have much better bishop at least. Okay, he's thinking. If I play g4, this kind of idea is not too dangerous for me, I think so. But if my rook is there, then there might be some tactical reasons. But okay, then I have some extra support there. But okay, it's not so easy. Okay, should I do this immediately? Because then I don't have to decide. But okay, I can start pawn storm. Okay, I go for this. And then even f4, because then bishop might get in trouble. But this is very tempting to take here. h5, and then, okay, queen will go here. So maybe I need f4, but then b5. Okay, can I just take here? h5, king here, takes, and if queen goes here, I have rook h1. it's better for me. And after queen here, I have time to play rook h1, like in that other line. So let's take this one, because otherwise, okay, this is quite a good idea. But still, maybe I have time for this. If he plays c5, I have extra options for my bishop. So let's play rook b4. I think he have to do this, and then we retreat. Okay, now king here. I have f3. I don't see any problems here. Maybe I can play rook here after c5 and then a5 with queen c7. It's more active. And actually, oh, okay, it's not so clear. Maybe rook b1 and then queen f3, because then I can trade rooks, and queen is not so well placed on c8 or c7. I have bishop c4, and when c5 is played, I have bishop d5. So I think my position is better than black's position. I can take this with queen, actually, because trading queens probably helps me to win these pawns. Then I don't have to worry about my king. And if he doesn't want to trade, I have queen here. Yeah, and then rook b7. Then there's lots of tactics already for white. So maybe my position is already much better. Okay, I have to be careful not to lose this rook if it goes here and he plays something like queen f8. If I take this with queen d8 with idea of doing some tricks, but I have f4 and it covers everything. So let's take this with queen. I'm not going to take this immediately, because then my rook is somewhat misplaced. Or maybe I can just put my rook on d5, and if he tries to create some play, I have bishop b3, which is very good there. It attacks and defends, and yeah, this is very promising position. Okay, why not to take on d4, rook here, queen here, and it's here already. So let's take here. Is there some tactics? I think there is no tactics. I have f4, which helps me in many positions. Okay. Okay, what should I do now? If rook goes here, and then bishop here, then I might have some problems, actually. So should I play e5 here? He can take with the queen, and then I don't have anything for that pawn, so maybe just rook here, queen here. Then this one, and then we have f3, bishop here. Everything is covered by those pieces, but what is the position? Okay, I think I'm doing fine. Okay. But I think this is the best practical chance. Queen here, I have rook c4. Okay, should I do something else than f3? Because maybe I can play rook b6. And when bishop goes here, then I have time for f3. Oh. Nice tactics. But I think it's not working, but interesting. Interesting tactics. Okay, if I take here, then my rook will drop. So rook h3 is needed. h1. Now this might be a choice, but now he didn't see this one. I guess I can take this. My rook will cover g4. It covers this idea, and now we are just these up. We can put our rook here, and then it's should be easy. We have bishop b3 like this. Oh, this is hanging, so let's take that one. Okay, that was an interesting game. Let's try to get rematch against him, because Rabbit is leading at the moment. Hello, welcome. There is a poll in the chat, and feel free to vote if you want to see Blitz, because Rabbit is leading at the moment. Okay, he doesn't want to play more, I guess. Let's see. Quite good game, I guess. Oh, g4 is an option. If he takes, I can take it. I'm playing king g2. Of course, this is not so easy. How to break this pin? If queen goes here, I have knight d5, and now just rook g1. We can take this with king. Yeah, and then we can just do this and white is piece up, and that's why this is needed. But then rook h1, queen goes back, Knight h4, it hits here. There's no double checks, and that's why black is going to lose. There's no any other moves. Okay, maybe this one, but then f3. Then we are ready for this at least, or just knight takes c7. Anyway, okay, this is better for black according to the computer. My plan was to play g4 and take on d4, for example. This, okay, yeah, that's good, but somehow, okay, black can do this, and why g4 is not working. And h5 is so strong. Okay, this is a bit surprise to me, but okay, f5, and then if I take, then queen takes, and f-file, and this is very powerful bishop. Black can castle long and put rook on f8. It looks very strong. And if I don't take, if I do something like this, then queen will enter here, or okay, I see. My knight is not the best here, and bishop has good diagonal, but I think black can play without that. And then there is only empty space and nothing more. But in the game, I think it was just better. But let's see. Yeah, there's no enough play. Is this the first line? Yeah. I wasn't sure what to do after this, but my idea was to play rook b6. Okay. Maybe rook e1 with the idea of e5. Quite nice to use the spin, but what about... And then this one. Okay, but bishop here. This looks very, very threatening. Okay, according to the computer, there is nothing, but I would like to play something like f3 here to stop those plans, and this is much easier, more human. Okay, let's play more, and according to the poll, rapid is the choice for the next game. Okay, e4. Let's play Rui Lopez this time. C3 is interesting line. Oh, or should I play rook e1 first? Can he take this one? Maybe not. And then we have okay, rook e1, d6, h3 to prevent bishop g4. I would like to do this, but I don't have time to do that anymore. Somehow this is different than what I try to get, but let's see. Bishop e3, this cannot be taken, so let's do this. Knight d2, and so on. Bishop b7 might be a mistake, because d5, if he takes here, I take here, and both bishops are hanging. So knight e7 is probably the best there, and then I can trade, and this pawn structure is somewhat weak, and I think black can't play bishop b7. This might be a much better choice, but now again this is not hanging. I have bishop d5 there, so taking here is probably wrong, because then white has strong center and tactical prospects to play e5 in the right moment. Okay. Okay, let's keep the bishop. Maybe bishop b7. It hits here. Okay. Interesting. If I play d5, I think black is fine if I take here or here. But d5 gives some space advantage, and I think this queen side is better for me than those lines when I have played already a4, and that's why d5 looks quite good. Maybe c4, but still. Then I can concentrate on, I can play on king side. Let's do this. I would like to take with the rook, and then I'm ready for action. And maybe this is not the best here. b3 looks quite interesting, because usually this structure gives good chances for white. Bishop and knight are not doing much in that position, so maybe b3 is better than try to get something on king side immediately. And I think black have to... Oh, misclick. b3 was of course my move there. Can I ask take back somehow? Usually I don't do that, but okay. But the idea was to play b3 and then take here. Okay, this went wrong. Have to be careful. But let's see a few key moments from that game. Okay, I could take here immediately because he haven't... that's why d6 is better than castling. Black can play bishop b6. But is this some gambit line? I don't think so. At least it's not the best. I can take here and here, of course. This is good for white. d5 is the best, and c4. If black doesn't do this, then white is ready for b3, c4, and then good chances to create play on king's side. Here b3 is the best, of course, but or maybe even b4, because it takes this away, and if pawn takes, then we are quite happy. Actually, in this kind of structure, a4 is usually a good idea, because white has more space on queen side. Yeah. Okay, it wasn't brilliant. I think so, yeah. Let's play more. Okay, rabbit is leading, so I'm having white pieces all the time. Okay. Queen's Gambit. Okay, this is an option for black if he doesn't want to let bishop g5 happen. But of course, bishop f4 is also a choice. Now this can transpose the same. Okay, black tries to go without, but I think it's not so easy because after queen c2, this is already hanging, and there are some downsides to play h6. For example, I can maybe I can play knight e2 and castle long even. g4 and launch the attack. Maybe even knight f3 actually. And h3 and g4. But let's do this because then we have an option to play standard f3 idea. Not here because rook hits here, but let's play h3. And the idea is that we have bishop g3 now. We can take this with the knight, and I think g4 might be at least it's interesting idea, but maybe even a dangerous one. Of course, then black plays c5, so we have to be ready for that. Maybe rook d1 is a good option for white, because then I can just walk here with my king if needed, and then c5 is not so tempting anymore for black. D file can give some extra options for white. Okay, that's good if you like rapid chess. Of course, this is more pleasant for me, of course, when I stream and I can explain things without rushing things, because usually I keep on talking and then I lose on time. So at least now this feels much better. Okay, let's try to attack. This is interesting, and now bishop is here. We are not going to let this diagonal open. g5 is already a threat, and if g5 happens, I think I can use f5 and h4. So this looks very interesting, and maybe it's better for white. This is an idea to trade here and take with the rook, because then my king might be in trouble. But I think I can do this first and then push g5 or g5 immediately, actually, because then there is no g5. Interesting. Maybe bishop e7, g5, and knight jumps somewhere. Okay, now we have to do this. No reason to think more. Okay. Now h4 looks very tempting. But okay, this is hanging, so maybe bishop f5, because there is no reason to sacrifice that pawn. Now this bishop is clearly on wrong diagonal, and h4 is threatening already. Okay, we don't take here. We would like to take this with the knight. I think this is too risky, so let's play h4, because there is the action. Now I thought that I can take this with my knight, but let's see. It gives some squares for this knight as well. If I take this with pawn, then there is no knight moves. Yeah, actually, which one to choose? This is already very near to get f5. This is not an easy decision. Knight will jump here, but if I take with the pawn, then it will, then e-file is open. So okay, let's take with the knight. It feels better. I'm not sure which one is the better choice, but at least this is very promising, because now knight f5 is coming in many lines. And maybe knight e4 to make things more complicated. But then I think I can just take with the bishop and put my knight on f5. This is pinned, and this pawn structure is going to collapse in few moves if I have those moves. Maybe there is some counterplay, but still. If he takes here, should I take with the bishop? Maybe, because then g5 and this pin is also very annoying for black. If I can take here, bishop h7, then king goes somewhere. Okay, let's take here. Okay, he takes there between. Now, okay, we have few options actually. Oh, actually we don't have. Okay, let's take here with the rook. Okay, bishop here, queen here, looks very good. King goes to h8, maybe. But then queen f5 in any way. And then g5 will fall. Okay, king here, queen here, rook here, takes. Then I think I can do this. And there should be something like that one. Okay. I think this is even better choice, but okay, if I check and queen f5, what happens? I think that should be winning for, or is there some tricks? I don't think so. Oh, let's play the check. Queen f5. Okay, what is this? At least it's a try. Okay, now this is defended by the queen. Okay, I will take here. Oh, can I do this? He will take that one. Okay, if I take with this and then rook takes, then I don't have bishop g8. Actually, I think I have, because queen can't take. So let's take here. And now bishop g8. It gives square for this rook. And if queen goes here, then we have queen at h7. This is winning. If rook takes here, then this is winning. Queen here. Oh, what else? Knight here. Knight there. Okay. Okay, should I take here first? Actually, why not? Knight here. Oh, then there's queen takes here. Okay. Okay, this is winning. There's no moves. Knight f6, queen g5, checkmate. Okay, we have already 43 votes. And thanks for voting. It seems that there's lots of different options, but actually there is no options at all. Let's see, was the attack correct one? Okay, 96.2. Not bad. Okay, this is dubious according to the computer, but at least it leads very interesting position. And now black should play something like knight f8 or b5, a5. It's not so easy to play that kind of moves, and I think this is the reason why this is better than what is the evaluation of the computer. G5 is very threatening, and G5 is already mistake from black side, and Okay, it's a good idea to take with the knight, but actually taking with pawn is still okay. And okay, it's nice to end with a brilliant move. Yeah, this feels good actually. I think I have only 10 minutes left. Then I have to go to teach chess, and that's why I think I should take one last Blitz, even though I think it was much much better to play rapid at least today. But let's see, maybe one Blitz and then it's we are done for today. Bishop b7. Okay. He tries to take here. Is this okay? Nothing too bad. I can take here. Then there's a knight g5, and then my bishop is hanging. So maybe I need to play this way. Okay, I think I can take here now. Maybe a6 or just rook c8. Knight c6 is a threat. Maybe I went wrong because I think knight c6 and then he could move this knight, I guess, and then it's very hard to break this blockade, you know, and then rook c1 and okay, let's take this with bishop, I guess. But rook c1, rook d1, and what then? This might be option. Okay. I think white is just playing quickly and tries to find something. But maybe queen b7 was already a bit better for white. Now actually knight b5 is an option because I can't take queen here. It's quite threatening, but I think I'm fine. Okay. Bishop d6. He takes here. He will take there. Yes. Okay, I have to move. Tricky position. Well, try to attack because bishop f8. Maybe this backfires, but I don't know what else. He can't play f4 because e3 is hanging. At least this might lead something good. Maybe something bad. I don't know. Okay, let's take here. This knight is somewhat misplaced now. Knight takes e3 is actually a move here. This is quite threatening. Checkmate in 2 moves. Okay, where is it? Now, checkmate in 1 move. It seems that this works. Quite a powerful attack. Counter attack, I mean, but I think it went wrong early on. Okay, thank you. Okay, 94.8. Okay, I thought that I played that quite poorly, but let's see. Taking here with the knight is good option. And here, why not knight c6, queen b7, and knight somewhere, but maybe there is no squares. Actually, this is the best according to the computer. And this is the line. Okay, why king here, why not e3? Okay, then f5 is something. Ah, there's pin, so okay, knight will jump on b4, but if king goes somewhere, for example here, oh, then this is dropping, so there's time to do this. And then f5, knight, for example, here. Oh, bishop c5, I have this kind of tricks, so okay, it works. But if I have to do something like bishop d6, then I think this will be a big problem later. Maybe not so big, but okay. Yeah, maybe I can create some play, and it's not so dangerous anymore. Yeah, maybe this is playable, but I thought that maybe he played something wrong, but this is also a bit better for white. But now it's quite hard, but still equal. f6, I almost played this one, but then I saw g5. It's interesting, but maybe it's too much. Yeah, just f6, but I didn't see what to do here. I just showed that this one, but then king f7, I didn't see this line. Okay, this is good for black. I can play even king here. And these pieces are not well placed if they are not doing immediately some tactics. But g5 is interesting. But it seems that this doesn't work if white plays active way. King f1. Actually, I saw this one, but maybe I didn't see that he is going to take this one. Or my queen cannot attack anymore. So there's time to do something else. But it's not so easy for when humans are playing. So, but now this is already winning for black because there's so many tactics, and this will lead checkmate like this. Okay, I think it's time for stop today. Thanks for watching, and I will stream again on Monday. See you then. Have a nice weekend. See you.